Hey guys, what's going on? That was through the earth, wind, fire, and the flames in September. Mashup by Zanizoos, who made the one we played the other day, actually. Their whole page is fire and flames mashup, so we got another 4 or 5 we can do for the next week or so. But anyway, hopefully you guys are doing all right today. I don't know. I think I know why the camera software wasn't working right, and I think I fixed it. So, but yeah, I don't really have a ton to say. I meant to pack up a bunch of stuff today so I can move out, and I didn't. I fell asleep, and yeah, I'm doing nominal, I suppose. Swap over to here. So we last left off. We brought stuff to this distribution center here. Remember, we walked. Oh, right, it's the dead truck. We walked past all these guys who are trying to rob us, and then through the rain. Hello. A few liners here. People are saying there's rain nearby. Looks like there's rain up here. Cliff, timefall, speed up. Oh no, I don't like that. A post box over there. What's going on, musics? So one of the tasks we need to do is connect this to the distribution center. And there's another one in here somewhere that we had to connect before we got to this major one down here, I believe. This is the crater, I think, that we caused in the opening, if I'm not mistaken. It is a little bit late. It's okay. We should be able to connect to the server. There's a bit more to do in the online mode. Alright, so let's see. We just rested up. If I'm not mistaken. Hopefully we did. Orders for Sam. Recovery of the chiral printer interface. And a collection of chiral crystals, so...
Heads up, Sam. Distro Center staff's got a favor to ask. Probably best I start from the beginning.
This one's on us. We ordered a part a while back, but it never arrived. The printer needs it to communicate with the chiral network. Mules must have snatched it, caught the porter en route or something. If I'm right, they'll have taken it to their drop site, which is smack dab in the middle of their territory. Don't suppose you'd be up for stealing us our property back. Can't think of anyone more qualified than you.
All right.
Mama's added a watchtower schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Oops. Shit. One thing I found is these interfaces are a little chunky to use for me.
Schematic to your PCC. If you don't have it on you, consider fabricating one. You never know when you'll need to recon an area.
Yeah, the tool rack. The thing is, I don't want this other PCC. I want to put it in storage. That's what I want. I'm like, I have so many ladders on me. I'm like, I don't. I didn't realize how the ladders worked. I thought I could just carry them. I've got 3 ladders. One, whatever the thing is on my hip. And the PCC. A grappling hook in the bag already. A path I laid down was used by somebody else. Oh, nice.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
Name's Sam.
So we need a battery for this bike.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Yeah, so I could put stuff on the bike, but unfortunately we don't have a battery for it right now.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying weapons restrictions lifted. Keep on keeping on.
Anybody home?
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Alright, so my plan is to hike up this mountain pretty much straight up right where my head is. And then cut across. That is not quite the optimal path as laid out by the computer. But
Call it a rule or a habit, but most mules almost always bring stolen shipments home with them. Find the post box, steal back the cargo. Simple as that. But be careful. These guys are armed. If this goes sideways, be ready to fight.
I don't have any weapons to fight with. Square to attack a mule unconscious. Repeatedly to knock him unconscious. Okay. Be nice if I knew where they are. I guess that's why I have that scanning thing. The watchtower, excuse me. Equip strands. Use to bind human enemies from behind and parry attacks at close quarters. L2 to ready a stand. R2 to bind a target. I see somebody else's footsteps coming down the mountain, is this? Maybe that was a mule who came down. Is that a mule?
Remember, Sam, before you approach the mule drop site, we recommend you use a watchtower to confirm the location of the post box containing our cargo.
Looks like some cargo has been transported to its destination on your behalf. You can access the share locker to collect it.
There's a ladder in storage in the shared locker. Oh, what do I do with these fucking resins? Recycle resins at facilities that allows them to be used as materials for fabricating equipment. They can also be used to repair. Okay, so I gotta donate that because I It's been on my back forever. It's just taking up space. Alright, so. Post box, no. Watchtower, there we go. Someone, I can't do it because he put that thing down. The mules don't notice this at all. Don't worry.
Construction complete.
Mule boots? Are those actual boots, or is that a mule named Boots? Alright, welcome back. Is that one of those scanners?
Drop sites are rarely deserted, so remaining undetected is key. Keep a low profile and move slowly to minimize noise.
Some metals and a ladder in there. What's that? A memory chip. Oh. Yeah, I've been excuse me, I've been catching up on my podcasts. I didn't really listen to much of it during the break. Climbing out. Where'd that memory chip go, though? Oh, there it is. So that, and there was one that I started and then stopped. So I caught up on that. It was like a couple hundred episodes, or almost 60 episodes, maybe. What are they about? Starfinder, Pathfinder. I got a couple murder ones, murder mysteries that I haven't listened to in even longer. I gotta catch up on those too. Shit. Car Talk I like. I don't really see any of them, though. You know what I mean? We're just like, oh, it's rarely ever deserted, and then there's nobody here. Oh, is that a guy sitting down in that box? Maybe there are people here. Chiral printer interface, yes. Like that. Carry my back. Lost cargo. Sure. Special device. Performance enhancing beverages. Oh. I'm so sure I'm going to get fucking wrecked while I'm out here. I've got 100 out of 120 kilograms, so I'm getting up there. All right, I got to leave the rest. Oh, I got more boots on my boot clip now. Should I get rid of those boots? They're almost empty. No, not yet. Oh, you can see it's telling me my footwear is almost ruined. They conveniently placed those boots there so you can swap them out, I think. Well, you can paint whatever you want. Alright, unless they did something sneaky. This whole cave was empty. You could, yeah, you could always try and repaint something you already sketched or did on the computer or whatever. I'm gonna risk it. I don't see what's so about it. Chiropractor. Oh my god. That's pretty good. I wanted to pick those up, but you know what? Pass. I don't know if I can do this without falling, to be honest. Thank God I'm not being pursued.
Mules. Damn addicts chasing a cargo high. Shame we gotta deal with their bullshit at all. Back in the day, AI did everything. Deliveries were handled by unmanned vehicles and drones. And all we had to do was sit back and let them work. It was revolutionary. Damn near singularity. No reason for it not to take off. But it didn't. People didn't like it when we took the human element out of the service industry. So, after some consideration, we put it back in. Made jobs no one really needed and gave them to folks who couldn't live without them. And from there, it snowballed. Now we got cults of cargo-chasing crazies who get off on hijacking shipments. Jackal's always on the lookout for the next order. Make sure you're not him.
Too fast. I get that, Scump, but nothing's saying that you have to take our jobs. Nothing says you have to make something unique or new or anything. You know what I mean? Like, pick an art style you like and try and imitate it. Like, practice, you know? It doesn't have to turn out good. That's what practice is for.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. Footwear condition poor. Replacement is advised.
Footwear condition poor. You hear that? That's pretty good. They got all these prompts for when your boots are falling apart. Make a delivery. Deliver requested cargo. Chiral printer. Confirm.
Time to get that chiral printer in working order. Sorry to push you through so much trouble, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Excellent. The unit doesn't have a scratch on it. Never doubted you'd come through for us.
Nice. Nice. Wow, I almost took the same exact route there and back. That's pretty good.
Sam, how are your shoes holding up? Not too well, I imagine, conditions being what they are out there. Nothing ruins your day like shoes falling apart while you're on the job. Carry on like that and it's only a matter of time before you injure yourself. I've arranged for boots to be added to your supplies. Bridges standard issue, so they ought to fit you fine. You should always carry an extra pair. But if you forget or run into trouble, you can fabricate another via a terminal at one of our many facilities.
Cool, we can make our own boots now. New interview data required. Necrosis, an ancient Egyptian view of life and death. 2 years ago, distribution center west of Capital Knot City, the Chiral Network. 1. Distribution center west of Capital Knot has provided the following new hologram data. Bridges guard Macho. Use this data. To use this data, gain access to a level 2 or higher structure and select Customize Structure. Some of the facility's bandwidth has been shared with Sam. Oh, nice. More structures can now be built within the Chiral Network. The amount of materials Sam can use at distribution center west of Capital Knot City has been increased. Lost cargo. Nice. There's all the extra stuff I picked up. The performance-enhancing beverages. Monster. Lost cargo materials for large-scale construction. Nice. The People's Porter. We just earned 2 of these, actually. Reach a total of 2,400 likes in the results screen. Nice. And then what was the other one we saw? The Custom Kid. Acquire your first piece of customization data. Okay. Is everything I do supposed to go into miscellaneous? I have like no idea.
See you around.
Congratulations, Sam. I understand you now have access to a chiral printer. An extraordinarily useful device that can only function because of the manner in which our network utilizes the beach, enabling us to transfer massive volumes of data instantaneously. Since under normal circumstances, such transfers would take hours, if not days, some have speculated that the chiral network might, in essence, be a time machine. That it is transmitting data into the past. Suffice it to say, we have yet to fully grasp the fundamental nature of the network.
Is this the same guy?
We have come to rely upon. One might liken our relationship with it to that of primitive man's with fire. Is it useful? Quite. Is it dangerous? Undeniably so. Nevertheless, we have decided that the reward outweighs the risk. Furthermore, as the BTs are linked to the beach, it stands to reason that further study and experimentation could be of considerable benefit. The same could be said regarding you, of course. Rest assured, I will keep you apprised of what I learn. You have my word.
Is this the same guy who plays, what's his name from Assassin's Creed? Those of you who've played Assassin's Creed in the real lifetime, the present, you know, the dude that does the computer-y shit. It's been a long time since I played an Assassin's Creed game. You know, I don't know. You guys know who I mean. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't played it in a while either. You look up fucking Assassin's Creed cast and it shows you the real life people, which I guess is good, but I guess my characters. I've never spelled characters correctly in my life. Sean Hastings, I believe is what it's called. Who he's called. Who's played by Daniel Frederick Wallace. Humorist. Wait. Look at how Assassin's Creed. Hang on. I mean, look how Wikipedia labels this. Humorist? Is that not a comedian? Is that different from a comedian? I like how they list books, television and radio, and filmography that he's been in, and not games? He's been in games. Other work. There we go. guessing not. I don't see anything. That being said, I don't see anything about Assassin's Creed in here either, so... Oh, yeah. It's one mention at the top. Oh, well. I don't know. It just seems familiar to me, but that's probably not worth even looking into. All right, let's go.
Good work. New order available. Please access.
Please, our
Terminal for further information.
boots are a porter's best friend. So I should be able to go into here, and I should be able to go into recycle, right? And I should be able to find those boots. And recycle them. And then the metals recycle. And the resins recycle. If I'm not mistaken, this is what I need to do. And confirm. I don't know if recycling boots does anything, but it gets them out of my inventory, so...
Thank you for your continued support.
Not even a pre-recorded message. Well, I guess thank you for your continued support is a pre-recorded message, but... So I can fabricate equipment now. So I can make the boots. I mean, I have a pair of boots, and I have the... Shit. Whatever that group was that down here is boots.
Thank you for your contribution.
The mule boots, right? Okay, so the mule boots are pretty weak, it seems. I don't know which one I'm wearing now. I think I'm wearing the regular ones. Take on orders for Sam. Collect chiral crystals. That's north of where we were in the rain zone, if I'm not mistaken.
Sam, the area around that distro center has produced a significant quantity of chiral crystals. Matter of fact, that's where the chiralium used in your Cupid's internal circuitry came from. They have a range of applications, including equipment fabrication. Bottom line, they're a valuable resource and one you'll want to make the most of. I'll let Hartman explain in more detail, but chiral crystals don't exactly grow in trees. If you see any deposits, you should go out of your way to gather them, especially since folks with dooms are the only ones that can, provided they have the necessary equipment, that is. I'll see that it's added to your supplies for this order.
I was going to say, it's been blocking me from picking them up.
Following the discovery of the beach, we not only began to observe heretofore unseen phenomena, but a new type of matter, chiralium. I say new, but it has doubtlessly existed since the dawn of the universe. We believe it was always there, like dark matter and certain particles, ever present, yet overlooked because we lacked the capacity to see it. Chiralium appears to be unbound by the constraints of physics as we understand them. It can stop time or move contrary to it. On occasion, it even defies gravity. In practical terms, it can stop or even reverse time and causes objects to float. A special cylindrical case is required to collect and store it. Suffice it to say, the procurement of samples is vital to our ongoing research.
Accept my orders. They're going to give me the special tube? I have a PCC already, don't I? That I want. Didn't I donate these medals? Oh, shit. So I have a PCC. Oh, I use the PCC to do the watchtower. Right. Oh, God, this is so... Oh, this is so... Do you need to run to the store tomorrow? For what? I was an adult and got iced tea, a pizza Lunchables,
That thing you're holding is a crystal collector. Now, as the name suggests,
some cinnamon
it
buns.
provides secure storage for any crystals you gather.
This must be the worst fucking thing to cosplay.
Allow me to describe your quarry. Chiral crystals appear gold to the naked eye and are frequently found in formations resembling human handprints. Surrounding rocks and debris tend to float a few feet above the ground. And they are most commonly found in areas with high precipitation. Got all that? Rain, floating rocks, golden handprints. That's your trifecta. Look for these three things and you'll find the crystals. If you've been especially observant, then perhaps you already know where to look.
I've been quite absorbent.
Order assigned.
1 CG. What's a CG? Centigram?
Have a pleasant journey.
Is that 1,000 grams or a thousandth of a gram? No, that'd be a milligram.
Keep on keeping on. Weapons restrictions lifted.
100th, right.
Sam, chiral crystals
Makes sense.
are pretty small and can be difficult to spot with the naked eye. I'd advise you to use your ultra deck to point you in the right direction. If you want to survey a wider area, though, you might consider building a watchtower and relying on its sensors.
I mean, I'll grab a couple. I hate the fucking rain, though. Because we start entering the fucking, area, you know what I mean? Look, see, they have it. It's like quadrant off. You can see exactly when you're entering it.
Almost there.
Display at the bottom of your cufflinks map. Your blood level, BB stress level, and your stamina, footwear, current, and your total number of likes are also displayed here. Okay, so our health, our stamina, BB, our boots, and how much chiral. So we got 63 centigrams. Some resins over there. Got a hand over here. I really need to go to Costco and buy... Oh, that's a big one. Buy, food and stuff. But you know what? With me moving in a week, I really don't feel like it. I'm gonna be honest. I have so many things I should be doing that I'm just like, I'm moving. And like when I was there last, the fridge wasn't plugged in. They propped open the fridge door, but not the freezer door. So I think I gotta scrub it out before I use it.
Fuck this.
but it's room temperature, so it's gotta cool down. So I gotta bring shit to put in it.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Sam, Pyro crystal deliveries are a little different from usual. The process is pretty simple, though. Access the delivery terminal and drop off any Cairo crystals you're carrying.
Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Maybe what I'll do is Wednesday or so, I'll go to ShopRite before I head over there and buy a bunch of iced tea to stick in there just as like a thermal buffer, so it has something to cool down. And you know, once it obviously is going to run a lot to bring everything up to temperature, but once it gets to temperature, it should stay pretty constant. What's going on, Space Dog? How you doing, man? Make a delivery, right? All right, the memory chip. I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not paying for electricity, but I don't need to use it for nonsense, you know?
He shouldn't have.
Doing well. Hopefully you're doing all right. Memory chip data restored. The following data can now be viewed via your cufflinks. The Seven Samurai. For the short movie?
Thank you for your contribution.
Just woke up? Nice, nice. Actually, a little while ago, me too. Make a delivery. So I gotta recycle, I suppose. The chiral crystals, yeah. I guess a maximum of 100? Yeah, so I either can't deposit more than 100, or I can only deposit 100 at a time. Oh no, there we go. Oh, it's carried. Shit. Oh, look at that. I'll explain it in a minute, Space Doggo.
Got some chiral crystals for us? These crystals only form in places with elevated chiralium levels, which makes me wonder if expanding the network had something to do with it. Damn, son. That is a lot of crystals.
It's only half.
Maintenance and R&D will both get their fill, looks like.
All right, so there was an event that happened, and it caused this like beach type thing to become this like pivot point through time and space, I believe. Container repair spray. Oh shit, that's great. And anyway, what ends up happening is when people die, they become these like monsters. I can't explain how, like, that people can't see. Only certain people can see. My character is one of them. But you can detect via these little babies that they call BBs that live in a container on your stomach. And if they touch a living human, they cause basically a nuclear explosion, more or less. And I've been tasked to connect a whole series of points across the USA together so they can communicate better and send supplies to each other easier and all that stuff. So yes, there's a lot of walking in the first half of the game, I think. And then after that, it changes from what I've heard. From what I've heard. But there's going to be a lot of, walking and delivering. It's like so hard to explain because it's so abstract that like I kind of have the idea of what's going on in my head, but I don't 100% know, you know? New interview data acquired. Chiral symmetry and chiralium. Add a new structure. Oh, bridges. Ah, interesting that the bridges company would make bridges. Chiral crystals can now be used at all UCA-affiliated facilities. The amount of materials that can be used at the distribution center west of Capital Knot City has increased. A new option has been added for delivery terminals.
Excess Cairo crystals can be deposited at any facility. They'll be added to the stores held on site. These local stores include materials that you can draw upon to fabricate equipment as needed.
You've been awarded the title of Skilled Handler. Continue to strive for greater recognition. You've achieved the delivery volume of grade 10. You can now carry more cargo. Awesome. I'll take that. All right, Music, have a good one, man.
Oh, before I forget, this is for you.
Are these bridges? Ah, container repair
Container
spray.
Repair spray for patching up cargo containers. Good for dealing with timefall degradation and all that. Useful stuff if you and your cargo have been through the ringer. We've added it to your supplies list, so it's readily available if and when you need it.
Cool. So this container repair spray will allow us to spray containers, basically. View owner history. Oh, mules. And I'll be able to repair things.
There is a correlation between elevated corellium levels and increased crystal formation. This may well be the result of the network's expansion. You needn't worry though. Local chiral density is still within an acceptable range. If you find any more, be sure to collect it. You'll be well rewarded.
If you come into more chiral crystals, you can submit them at one of our facilities. And you can deposit other resources too, along with any items you don't need. Everything has its value. What we don't use as is can be broken down into components for R&D and other applications.
Yeah, the story is
Hello?
definitely a little convoluted. So we started here, right? And we were tasked with bringing somebody's body to an incinerator. Because when people die, like I said, they turn into those monsters if they're not cremated. So we were trying to bring them to an incinerator, and we got attacked. And the guy that I was with ended up getting captured by the bad things. And when they, like I said, when a living human touches one of them, or they touch them, it causes almost like a nuclear explosion, which is what this hole is. This used to be the capital of the United States in the game, the capital of the Bridges Company, which is a company that's kind of spread out across the nation. And so after that, we ended up in Capital Knot City, which is the new capital. Because while we were here, and technically we exploded and died, we have the ability to kind of like revive, sort of, because of we're special. It's not just us, certain people can as well. And we ended up bringing the president of the Bridges Company, who happens to be my mother in the game. Oh, it's very convoluted. Happens to be the mother in my game, passed away. So we brought her to an incinerator here, and then came back. And then we started connecting all these way stations. So you can see we walked over here and connected this way station. And then we walked down here and connected this way station. Next, I got to connect to this way station. And there's one more, I think, over here somewhere. And then I got to connect this way station here. So that's kind of what we're doing. But this is like East Coast USA over here, basically. And so we're walking across the USA right now. But yes, convoluted is the name of the game. Alright, so I can claim materials. So I can get chiral crystals back, resins. Does it make sense for me to claim them and then recycle them? I guess not. I really don't need them right now. I'll need them if I need to make items, but... Orders for Sam. Power supply delivery units at the wind farm. So like I said, we got to go link that up. So we're gonna do that. And we got to construct a bridge as well. So considering constructing the bridge is right here, I'm gonna do that one first.
Hey, Sam, mind doing me a favor? There's a bridge that needs building. Over a river, just outside that distro center. It's too deep to ford, and we'd like a long-term solution. The foundation's already been laid, and everything required to finish the job should be in storage. All you need to do is carry the remaining materials to the construction area, and use them to complete the bridge. If it turns out there isn't enough there for our needs after all, you'll have to come up with the rest on your own. I know you've got a lot on your plate right now, but remember, this bridge will make your life easier too.
We've added a bridge schematic to your PCC. The first step is laying the foundation, after which you'll have to supply additional materials to finish the job. Plenty of rivers and canyons could do with a good bridge, you know. Take a stroll across one you built yourself, and I guarantee you'll be glad you made the effort. Give it a try.
You guys do college on weekends? The foundation of a bridge. Once the foundation is in place, add materials to level up the structure and complete the construction. While constructing the bridge, use L2 to prepare the bridge, and press R to move the camera up and down in order to select its length, 50 meters or 80 meters. Materials required for the completion, 800 metal. So that I just donate all my metal, and now I need to... Saturday? Interesting. Didn't know that. God, look how much shit he has on his back now.
Thank you for your contribution.
It's all those metals.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Okay, Sam. Make your way to the designated construction area for the bridge. The foundation should already be in place. With your help, we'll have the thing finished in no time.
Somebody used my bridge.
Nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
I don't know if you saw that pop up on the left there, but I mean my rope. I left the rope up in the mountains when I couldn't climb down that area, and somebody just used it. So I got at least one like for that, because they give a like after you use it. But he can donate extra likes if he wants to.
Sam, looks like we found the site. There should be a terminal nearby. Access it to submit additional materials.
Options, structure menu. Bridge foundation, I am here. Offload metals. Offload. Metals put in. It turns to watch. It turns to watch me. Oh, I gotta push and hold. That's why. Duh. Complete structure. I'm gonna need those metals. What's going on, Zach? Like how it can print through itself. Nice. Where can you get a printer like that? Yeah, right, I wish.
Bravo, Sam. That bridge should make life easier for a lot of people. You can be sure that every traveler and porter who passes that way will put it to good use. Keep an eye out for other spots that could do with another well-placed bridge.
No, you're like supposed to. You're supposed to shake him. I swear. I like how your little scanner turns into a mobile.
Someone's happy.
No, he's happy now, Space Doggo.
It's okay.
Look at him. He's so happy. Also, yeah, why the fuck did it make me trip?
Alright, let's hope you hold.
Nice. Maybe they should have fallen. I've definitely fallen before. It's not anything new. Something with the geometry of the bridge, I think. We've also did a tutorial on calming baby BB because there was a point where we scripted. He got upset.
Verifying ID. All weather. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam, got a new order for you. Another delivery to make and a knot to link up. Check the terminal when you have a moment.
We're gonna take a little bit of a rest. It's been a few missions since 3 missions since I took a rest, so give BB some time to take a nap and me too. All right, Space Doggo, have a good day, man. Still haven't gotten any new figures. I don't like the third person, the fourth wall breaking of him pointing. They gonna collect my shower juice again? Don't get in trouble, Space Dog. Go to class. Getting too high. Cut away. Cut away. Cut away. Thank you.
EX grenade number 0.
I like how fast he got dressed. Have a good one, man. No, that was just the dirt runoff from his shower. That wasn't his I like the motorcycle sounds. There's his poop. It's blue. Now round out the trifecta. Oh,
That
never
should
mind.
suffice. Glad to see everything's in good working order. The latest in our line
No,
of
he pooped
EX
blue.
grenades. I give you the number 2. As you may have surmised, this model was produced with various extracts refined from your fecal matter. We suspect that your regular consumption of cryptobiotes has led you to excrete certain compounds that may prove especially effective against BTs.
They're
If you
poop
would like us
grenades.
to produce more, you need only furnish us with the requisite raw materials via your private room's toilet. I look forward to your feedback.
Are ghosts haunting you? Just throw poop at them.
EX grenade number 1.
That's his pee. Damn. He does need to drink more water. The problem is, all he drinks is Monster.
Another of our new EX grenades, the number 1. So named because it contains a vaporized extract formulated from your
Healthy
urine.
gamer diet, yeah.
Compared to our first iteration, this EX grenade contains a higher concentration of your fluids, which should make it more effective against BTs. Whenever you avail yourself of your private room's facilities, we will collect the results and produce additional units for your use. So you needn't worry about running out.
It's good to know. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. You don't need to poop again, you just pooped. Or peed. Avail himself? Yes.
Nice.
Release. I hit circle thinking it'd be like, you know, like the B button like back, but it didn't. Give a baby little check here.
Tired, huh?
That's soothing for him, by the way. Just give him a little fucking poke.
You okay? You okay?
Pour some Monster into his tank. I think he's already swimming in Monster, it looks like. Can you use the baby as a grenade? No. The baby actually helps you in detecting and where the bad invisible guys are. Because of course they're invisible. But you can see off to the right here. all the places I connected already. I wish there was a way to put my mouse pointer over the screen. Let's see. So, we started out here, and we connected this one, and now we are in this location here. So we're working our way. You can see a couple. I don't know; those aren't locations. We're working our way across the USA, trying to connect them all. So we're a quarter of the way there, maybe. We're gonna go connect the wind farm up in a Michiganish area in a few seconds. After we read all the lore. Yeah, I don't need... I mean, I do need gameplay tips, but I hate that they're marked as new. Interviews. All right, nice. So we got 5 interviews to read. I mean, it is supposed to simulate a womb, but I don't think that wombs are made of urine. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Maybe they are. Necrosis and the Ancient Egyptian View of Life and Death. With Hartman, 3 years ago, in the Bridges HQ lab. The Egyptians believed that we humans were composed of 2 elements, the Ha and the Ka. Did I not read this? The body and the soul. Various texts compound upon their nature in detail, but perhaps it is simplest to conceive of them as the follows. The soul is which joins the child in the womb and gives life to the body. It is also that which departs the body upon death. There is a human on my screen. Yes, I see him. Ergo, the body is simply a vessel. Should the soul return to it, it will live again. This is precisely what is observed in near-death experiences. A soul separated, albeit briefly, from the body. The Egyptians believe that death is not to be instantaneous change of state, but a process by which the soul moves from one realm to another. But this process itself is changed thanks to the death stranding. In the normal order of things, when death occurs, the soul vacates the body and passes into the scene. From there, it transitions to the beach, and only then onto the world of the dead. But after the stranding, a soul that has already made its journey to the beach may attempt to return to its body in this world. It was hard to believe at first, but the process of necrosis provided proof of this phenomenon that was difficult to deny. This is why it is imperative that we burn the bodies of the dead. The body must be destroyed to sever the link with the soul. Only then will the souls be free to journey into the world beyond. Souls are scientifically quantifiable now? In this, yes. And that's what's causing all of those, I believe, I might be wrong on the lore, but all those things that are coming back that we can detect and that it can hurt us, I think are the souls that are trying to reconnect with their bodies. Whereas if we burn the bodies in the incinerator, the souls can't come back and they get sent to the afterlife, is what it seems like. Do only humans have souls? As far as I know, I have not met any other creatures that are trying to kill me in this, but I'm talking strictly in the lore of the game. If you're asking IRL, that's... I don't have a not psychology, what's the other one? Not physiology, philosophy degree. So you can find a philosopher to answer that one for you. Chiral symmetry. With Hartman, 3 years ago in the Bridges HQ lab. The word chiral comes from the Greek keir, meaning hand. Compare your left with your right. They seem similar in both size and shape, yes? Yes? Now, face your palms away from you and place one hand over the other. Their shapes do not overlap exactly, but place your palms together and voila, a match. It is as if one hand is the mirror image of the other. But again, if you were to actually compare the mirror image of your hand to itself, we would see that the two are not identical. This is the essence of chirality, the state in which the mirror image of a shape does not match the original. It has been theorized that the BTs are the mirror images of ourselves. Were we to exist in the same point in time and space, our shapes, as it were, would not overlap neatly onto one another, save in reflection. And when our particles meet their opposites, a void-out occurs. The new form of communication we have devised utilizes beaches, which are akin to mirrors reflecting this world and the other, hence the term chiral network. So void-out is... Let me show you on my cufflinks. Show me the cufflinks. You can't look at the cufflinks right now. So void out is when like they just said, the other dudes meet us, which are kind of mirror images, and when we touch, we get the void out, which is basically like a nuke going off. That's what decimated the capital at the beginning of the game. Carillium with Hartman 3 years ago in the Bridges HQ lab. You would like to know more about Carillium? Well, wouldn't we all? I'm happy you present the latest theories. I'm happy to present the latest theories, but you must be aware that this is all that they are, theories. Carillium, like dark matter, was born along with our universe and has existed ever since, just not in a dimension we were able to perceive. Until now. I like that sentence, until now. 2 words. It is the beach that gives us access to that dimension, and with it, knowledge of Carillium's existence. Not just knowledge of it, of course. We have since observed it coalescing into crystalline form, and recorded measurable physical and mental effects on individuals exposed to it. It has reshaped our understanding of reality, and proven instrumental in formulation of the multiverse theory of beaches. Chiral matter is not affected by the passage of time. As far as these particles are concerned, none has elapsed since the Big Bang. Little wonder they escaped our notice for so long, until man and BT first came together in void out and left nothing but Carillium in their wake. Many of these claims are yet to be verified, but I believe that this is a fair summary of the scientific community's current consensus on the matter, no pun intended. I shall soon be heading west with the first expedition, and I look forward to learning more about Carillium and its connections to the beach along the way. So yes, the monsters are the BTs. I just keep forgetting what they're called. BTs and the BBs. The Chiral Network won. With Mama. 2 years ago, before first expedition's... 3 years ago, before first expedition's departure. Central Knot HQ. So the core infrastructure is complete. The basic Cupid-ready Chiral Network setup is good to go. Now all we have to do is connect Central Knot City to the capital and prove that it actually works. Sadly, I won't be here to see it. I've been assigned to the expedition team's second group, so I'll be heading west with the others. But the people in charge here are the best of the best. They'll have the network operational inside of 3 years, just as planned, I'm sure of it. And while they're seeing to that, we'll be visiting towns and whatnot across the country and putting the facilities in place for when things are finally up and running. Emily, and the others in the lead group will be forging the connection and laying the groundwork to make sure everything goes to plan. Afterwards, we'll just need to link it all to be operational. Link it all up with operational Cupids, and that should be that. It's kind of like the Apollo missions back in the day. They used a 3-stage rocket to get to the moon, right? Well, we're using a 3-stage process to do something almost as revolutionary. Yeah, it's Kojima, so take your lore with a couple grains of salt and a stiff drink. 2 years ago, distribution center west of Capital Knot City, with Benjamin Hancock. It's been about a year now since we came here with the rear guard. The first folks through did us a favor by setting up the chiral relay and patching things up before we arrived, so we're doing all right. Not sure about everyone else, though. Folks back home sound kind of freaked out. We don't know what's going on in Central or Capital, let alone how Emily and the others who kept heading west are doing. But something doesn't feel right. What's more, a lot of these guys have developed some kind of agoraphobia. It's like the fear of public or markets and stuff like that. Like the thought alone of going outside scares the shit out of them. See, the distro centers and way stations around these parts here aren't like the ones back east. They're much more isolated, out in the middle of nowhere. Can't help but feel cut off from the world. And there's not a lot of staff on hand either, which means you often have to do the work of 2 guys, which can make it much lonelier too. And then you factor in the terrorism rumors. Also, is it just me, or does it feel like there's more mules out there these days? Don't get me wrong. I know they're not out to get us. All they want is our cargo, right? Well, it doesn't change the fact that they're not making our work any easier. Especially since a lot of these guys used to be first-rate porters and could run rings around us if they hadn't, you know. Still, for now, the network systems are up and running, and we're just holding out for the day that when the second expedition comes through with a working Cupid. Till then, we'll keep things chugging along. That much we can do. For bridges and country, am I right? And the memory chip. What did we get? Oh, the 7 Samurai. A classic work from Akira Kurosawa, who became, alongside Godzilla's Ishiro Honda, one of Japan's most globally acclaimed directors. The movie developed a huge cult following worldwide, and its story was retold in the Hollywood classic The Magnificent Seven. The image of the villagers hiring the 7 samurai in order to protect themselves strike a chord with many preppers living as they do without the support of an organized nation state, and making this a classic. Old copies, which are much sought after. I haven't seen Magnificent Seven, if I'm gonna be honest. I really should. All right, that was all the lore we did so far today. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. I know that some of the VODs can get a little bit long, so I do appreciate you sticking around. I'd like to ask real quick if you have a friend or someone close to you who you think would like a clip or a portion or even the whole stream, please feel free to reach out to them and share this with them. I'm always looking for more respectful people to come hang out and have some fun. If you've already done that or want to help me out some other way, feel free to check out the video description for some other ways you can help support me. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.